DayZ got wrecked in the face and decided to play some DayZ. So I just logged in.
What the
Hello?
fuck, G? You think this is fucking game?
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, look, Phil, this is freaking.
What? Hey, that's not me, dude. That's me.
Hello? Hello? Whoa, you in? You in?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. My bad, my bad. Firekeeper.
Okay.
What's up, bro?
Not much, man. That's just been loud shots been fired and got attacked over just west of here.
They had the Green Berets. They had someone tied up in here. You could see where they looted his shit and killed him.
Yeah, I see that.
And they were all over this area. I was like, sorry, I just took a shot at you, dude. I didn't know. I saw your helmet and I was like, oh, fuck.
No, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I was just trying to find out where my other unit, the rest of my unit is. I'm terrible at trying.
Oh, someone's talking. Someone's talking. They say they see one. Where are you the only one in your unit, like in this general area? Because there's someone near us.
There's one of us in that's I think just south over here. I'm trying to regroup with him.
Well, I'm Nappy, by the way. I'm with the Firekeepers.
Oh, pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Hear that?
I'm
Someone's
Malcolm, I'm
talking,
a new
dude.
guy.
Who's that outside?
Hello?
Hey, these people are going to probably try to kill us, bro. I'm about to run downstairs, see what the hell's going on out there. I'm wondering if they're aggroed on us somehow.
Alright. It might be because of your shot. When you shot at.
Yeah. It wasn't until I saw the helmet, dude. I didn't know what was going down. There was all kind of shit being shot. I'm gonna go try to handle him. Yeah, fuck those zombies.
Alright, I don't hear any more running now. So yeah, it must have just been a zombie.
Yeah, it could have been. Alright, are you in contact with your people? When you got them on comms?
I got him on comm.
Alright, well I'm gonna head over towards the forum area.
Alright.
Thomas Hansen was, as far to my knowledge. I was not in the company of Thomas Hansen in any way yesterday.
He wore a camo boonie hat, a camo face mask, camo shirt and pants, black cap vest, black armband carrying rifle. And he was here with your men. And then
Nope,
I read
that's
that to him,
incorrect.
I see you
You're
up
mistaken.
there with gun.
You're simply mistaken. There was no Black Paw member with us yesterday. It was myself and a number of independents, including William Desink, Mr. G, Nappy here, and one of our recruits.
He's wearing your freaking uniform.
Well, not him. He's not an independent. He's one of ours. But it was Firekeepers and independents.
Then who was that man? He was in your freaking building, staring at me, and then you pursued me.
The construction site?
Duh.
That would have been Mr. G, and he didn't have a green boonie or camo boonie. He had a blue boonie.
Oh, no.
As he famously does.
Second time. I'm talking about first time.
We had 2 encounters with men that we believe to be CDF yesterday. The first time, we watched as they walked from near the construction site over toward the piano house. We arrived at the piano house.
So who was man watching me? Who was man watching me from the construction site? Because I freaking talked to him and he not say shit.
Mr. G. It was Mr. G. He was the one who had Overwatch on me as I approached the piano house seconds after you supposedly walked in. I tried to make contact with you as I arrived outside the door. You didn't respond. I called out several times.
I wasn't even in the building. I shut the door and ran because you were acting sketchy as shit. I wasn't even there when you got there.
So you then were running through our territory. You ran through. You apparently had ignored our attempts to contact you, and seeing your green
my
beret.
attempts to contact you.
I have not ignored any attempt to contact me.
Bullshit.
No. You may have tried to talk to Mr. G at the construction site, but he's not one of my men. He's an independent that we trust.
He's under your responsibility when he's doing freaking operation here under your command.
When we were told of the frequency that he spotted somebody, the most he heard was mouth breathing, as he quote, as I quote from him. He did not hear anyone attempt to talk to him.
Oh, he was standing on rooftop. I'm standing here. I say, you there. I'm looking at his freaking face as he's looking down at me. I say, you there. I see you with gun. Yes, I do see you with gun. He just said nothing. He just stared at me with rifle in hand. So I walked away. And then as soon as I broke line of sight, because he was acting like a sketchy son of a bitch, I ran. And then I was pursued. And shot.
Well,
did I shoot anybody? Did I do anything? I was shooting freaking infected, doing a favor
From our perspective, you were... Listen, these are the facts. From our perspective, you were an individual who appeared to have possibly been a ranger, who was refusing contact, and who was fleeing our attempts to make contact and stop you in our territory.
You even know what the freaking rangers look like? Because you
Green
don't...
Beret.
Exactly like you.
Green Beret.
We're the ones, last I checked, who actually fight the rangers. You're not doing shit. You probably forgot they changed their uniforms, stupid shit. They will not just solely wear the green beret.
Speak with a little bit more respect in my territory and in my building. I apologize that you were shot at, but you need to understand the circumstances. We're not against, or we're against you. We thought that you had fled from the scene and avoided contact. That's all we knew. And then when we came back, we saw a person coming out again from over by the forum later that night.
With a freaking backpack in hand. Holy shit, so fucking dangerous.
Interesting, though, we got shot at by him.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
With a backpack
Because
in his hand?
I was shot from first by man on construction site with sniper rifle. and it freaking hurt, so I returned fire with my submachine gun. But I had nothing in hand except a freaking backpack full of tomatoes.
Once again, we hadn't received any contact from you to clear up the situation. We saw you once again. We decided to take action against someone we consider to be a hostile in our territory.
Okay,
So
but
funny,
this
I checked the radio. I've just never heard you on it. I guess it must be that bad luck that keeps running into people being unable to communicate with one another.
or with you, maybe?
Well, you're deaf.
Put your gun away.
If your man would like to do the same, gladly.
Well, right now, my man doesn't have his gun on. My friend
Yeah.
William does.
Then who is this man? Who is that man?
He clearly doesn't want to put his gun away. Yeah, it's private.
Who is he?
Of course private. Yeah, it's done.
I just told you his name.
What's his name?
Will.
Wow.
And who is he? Is he barkeeper?
You're not listening very well. Maybe you're the one who's deaf.
And we'll extract and go and help him.
He's independent, so what's his
Maybe
business?
that's why you didn't hear me when I was trying to call out to you. As you made your way
Lieutenant
to
Marnie?
the piano house.
We just got
Yes,
confirmation.
Colonel. Sir?
2 of my men just got attacked just east of Severograd by a guy with an AK-47.
Who by?
Guy in an AK-47.
Roger. We'll do it. We will be
We'll
back.
deal with it. We'll be back. We'll contact you. We need to go deal with this.
Good luck.
I expect my belongings back when I return.
Alright, where were we?
Welcome back.
I believe we were,
We have situation just east of here. Contact nowhere to be seen. Supplies and truck left on side of the road.
I believe we're at the point where everyone's going to put their guns on their backs.
Yeah,
Not
that
everyone.
works for me. Let's, how about
Okay,
any of the
with
fellas
your
who
independent
actually,
put his
how about
weapon
any
away?
of the people, how about all the people who are going to be talking put their guns away, and all the people who are going to be guarding can have their weapons out. That's a pretty fair deal, I think. There we go.
And when you're inside, private.
Yep, Vadim, you... Yep, you could split.
That's fine.
So he's not going to be talking anymore?
Not unless we need him to talk. I mean,
Okay.
if,
Get ready, buddy. Your turn soon. Continue, text.
Well, I mean, we kind of went through a couple topics there, rapid fire. We can go back to the beginning. The first thing is that, so we have an accusation that Nappy shot at somebody with no reason.
Mhm.
Okay, do we have any proof of that?
I can get it for you.
Okay.
I can get it too.
I can get the man. I can get the man that you shot at to come down and give his side of the story.
Yeah, what is he?
How about that?
Sure. Bring him on down.
Just sorting it now.
Yeah.
He's on his.
Yes.
Alright,
What is he? Do you know his ETA?
yeah, do you get lost?
It should be about 2-3 minutes.
I thought UN knew where the forum was.
So be careful trying to get to there. It's a little bit.
He's a recruit. He's new.
Take a deep breath, Nappy. We'll hear what he has to say.
I know it's a little tough to squeeze through those. There you go. You got a great
What's this
stuff.
William saying?
He's on his way. Let's hold on that subject for now and continue with your two conversation.
Well, yeah, as for the other part, like I said, here's what from our perspective, we encounter someone who may have been, we identified you either as CDF or Ranger. In either case, with some cause for some concern, considering how relations have gone thus far, and we scented contact. Mr. G is not really a public speaker, so I don't blame him for going out of his way to come down and talk to you. Probably didn't know you from Adam, so he told us about what was happening. I maneuvered over to get in contact with you. You got into the door. Afterwards, we speculated that the only way that the person that we ended up shooting on the north side of the city could have been the same person is if you had literally closed the door and sprinted right through. But we didn't know why you would bother to gently walk over to the door and then close it just to sprint through on the other side. But I guess that's exactly what you did.
Because sudden movements cause people to get alarmed. As soon as the door was shut and there was no visibility line of sight, that's when I made moves.
You describe the person
You ever
that's
have
on the ground floor as...
if you have like angry snake or something like this at you, rule number one, be very still, no sudden movements, and very slowly back away. And that is exactly what did.
It's more or less sensible. It's unfortunate that we came to a misunderstanding about what was happening. Otherwise, you never would have been shot. My apologies for that.
And all I was doing was literally shooting infected, and I got shot on sight. I did not even know there you had dropped, so why not just approach?
Well, again, at that point, well, you know how the Rangers are, and I know how most of the other organized outfits are. If you see one, then there's probably one or two that you don't see somewhere nearby. I wasn't going to take any chances on trying to hold a uncooperative Ranger hostage for a few moments so one of his buddies could circle around and get a sighting on us.
So you not just disengage and just leave someone be who's not doing harm?
Listen, we made the choice that we did. I'm sure that you would have done differently. But I could also see you having done the very same thing given the circumstances of an unknown who is refusing to cooperate. When you are out and doing your patrols, if somebody refuses to communicate with you and runs away wearing potentially one of your enemy's uniforms, you just let them run away?
I'm not wearing a Ranger's uniform. I never was wearing Ranger's uniform.
I've seen plenty of Rangers wearing that very thing.
I know all Rangers wear a purple spotty bandana, or face mask, whatever you call it.
Duh. That's correct.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't do that.
When they've managed to get around and collect all of the gear to make up a full uniform, yes. But if we're going to sit and pretend that everybody walks around all the time in full uniform of their respective group or faction, I mean, let's be reasonable, gentlemen. It just doesn't happen.
Have you been to their stashes? Have you found any of their stashes?
They wear purple bandanas over green berets now, and they have done so for quite a few. Specifically
I feel like you gentlemen
CDF.
aren't really listening to me at this point. You're acting as if there's no way that a Ranger could be operating without a purple bandana. That they're so common that the idea that that a Ranger could possibly exist in this space with us with a purple bandana is impossible. Come on, guys.
But at least try and talk to the guy.
We did try to talk to him. From our perspective, he ignored that attempt to try to talk and ran away.
I don't know who you are, but, you know.
Listen, go back on patrol. I got this. Like I said, we did try to, from our perspective.
Yeah, what's with Blackpool being around here?
Blackpool not around here.
That's not what I heard.
Are you still taking his testimony on that?
Well,
if it's not Blackpool and it's suppose Mr. G as you're saying, then it's not matter because he's still freaking murdering on sight.
No,
in your
he never murdered. Mr. G didn't murder anyone. Mr. G
Who was
didn't
the
even
man that
fire
shot
on you.
me
He just didn't
when I
answer
had
you.
a freaking backpack of I had freaking backpack full of tomatoes. Who shot me?
Why did you have a backpack full of tomatoes?
To eat? What do you
So
think
you
people
came here-
carry tomatoes?
So you came here and took a backpack full of our tomatoes, not just to like fill yourself while you were here, but to take the food off with you to go feed other people. And you just walked out and got shot. That's what you're telling me?
It was man up at construction site, right up there, wearing tan.
Yeah, the second time
rifle.
it was an independent who we were about to the recruitment program named Shadow Ace.
Wow.
So, you're putting him into yours. Is he yours now?
Sure, I'll take responsibility for what he did. You made a mistake coming back here a second time, also without communicating, Marnie. You're lucky you didn't get shot this time coming back without communicating, too. No. Yeah, listen. Hey, Sean, you know how to contact me on private comms. Why don't you do me a favor and share that with the CDF so that this doesn't happen again? I don't sit around on the public radio because everybody can hear everybody talking. Everybody here knows how to get a hold of Oltex Rockwolf when they want to, and so they should use those avenues if that's what they're looking to do. So this whole business about you tried to get in touch with us but couldn't is horse trash, Marnie, and you know it. And I'm not going to stand for it.
I've never freaking spoken to you before. I just only hear rumors. Same as I only all I see is people with blue armbands and black clothing helping out fucking enemy in combat.
Like who?
The freaking New Generous Republic and Rise in Oasis.
No,
They
we
drove
haven't
a
had
supply
anyone down
truck. They
there
helped the
for we
506
haven't had
as well.
anyone down there for weeks and weeks.
Yes, my memory stretches back further than weeks and weeks, as is the concept of justice.
I see. So are you charging this with something, Marnie?
Are you
Just,
help? Do you help out?
Separate it. Come on.
Let me be clear. What is it you're after here, Marnie? You came here to talk to us, so you have us here now. So talk. What do you want?
You know what I actually came down here was actually to do you a favor and give you some information, but you're showing incompetence and that you hired a bunch of loose mercenaries with no control. So why would I share?
Listen, you're the one who can't tell no
information?
armband from a black armband and can't tell a blue boonie camo boonie. So who's the incompetent one here? Listen, if you guys are getting all wound up listening to this guy's reports, maybe you should take a deep breath and ask who you're getting your intel from. Everything is like so far. He's been reporting a bunch of supposed facts about the encounter that are flat out wrong.
Can you drop the UN berry? Drop the UN berry.
Yes, I have it right there. Put it on your man.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Say my facts wrong. You want the points out which one?
I literally already did. Your detailed description of the person that you thought was in here was incorrect. He had no armband. He had a totally different colored boonie. We had no black paw in the area, in our company, in contact with us whatsoever. I don't know how you would have actually pulled the name Thomas Hansen out of thin air. What could possibly have made you think that we were running around with Thomas Hansen?
He's a Blackpool member who's been known to affiliate with the Firekeepers in past.
And if you knew your intel, you knew that he hasn't been keeping any truck with us since he went back to Black Paw.
And what about others? New Generous Republic, what's his relationship with them?
New Generous
Because I've seen Firekeepers in company of them. In fact, one of them confirmed that he was driving a truck.
They've been nothing but friendly and kind to the Firekeepers. Listen.
Okay.
They've been nothing but friendly and kind to the Firekeepers.
Okay,
I understand that everyone else has conflicts in this room with them.
We have a problem with them because they're false flagging into the trading base and killing people when they walk up to their base to trade. Is that not wrong in your eyes?
So they suspend all those activities whenever the Firekeepers do happen to go down there, and they hold on to that ruse as long as there's somebody who might report their real activities back to the Firekeepers?
Wow.
I mean, that's what you're asking me to believe, essentially, is that they have an elaborate ruse going on, right?
You should ask other men
They have something going on.
company. What's his face? That frickin' loudmouth reporter, microphone.
Oh, microphone, something like that. Oh no.
Yes, he reported it.
For shit.
He also reported incident with Severograd and told me you've been shooting out personnel. And so I came here, so what was he doing here? I'd like to gladly know what he's doing here and what he's doing here with guns.
You're saying that microphone told you that we had been shooting your personnel?
Ah.
I don't believe that. I couldn't see what motive Mike would have to tell you something like that.
He said firekeepers shot 2 men in Severograd. They killed one, other one was captured and released, and they were CDF.
Maybe because microphone can't keep his big fat mouth shut.
Well, microphone is reporting things that aren't things. As far as I know, Mike usually doesn't make shit up, and what you're just describing didn't happen.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
You know what? I don't want to hear you laughing about making shit up, Marnie. As far as I'm concerned, you're a tainted witness.
Woo! Insults flying everywhere here now, boys.
Oh yes. Hey Colonel, you saw radio transcripts I sent to you of microphone.
I think we both did.
Yes, I did.
Colonel?
Listen,
He does appear to have
it doesn't have to
big
be any more
fucking mouth.
adversarial than we make it, guys. If you have proof that microphone has said something like that, then I'd like to see that, because I have no idea what you're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, the firekeepers haven't really had any contact with the CDF until yesterday, where we had suddenly contact with them twice.
Tony, don't talk right now.
Hold on.
Microphone been in company of firekeepers.
It's triggering right now.
What's going on?
Marnie with this bullshit.
Yesterday.
Showing everything he can at us right now.
Before, briefly, he was,
You guys getting attacked in Severograd?
No, he's throwing every accusation he can at Tex right now.
Treated him.
Was he carrying
Like
a
in
weapon?
character?
Yeah, in character. He's throwing things about microphone, about NCR. That happened yesterday.
What was he doing in Severograd, and why is he trying to make...
Well, hold on a second. Why wouldn't he be able to have... What's with the weapon? Why do you ask about his weapon?
Because he's a fucking Black Force spy, and he's on his last chance. Because he shot the
I don't
UN
believe he's a
personnel
Black
with his
Force
friends.
spy.
Oh,
His
yes,
friends
he is.
shot
Yep,
the
Yeah,
one of
UN
his
personnel
journalists were shooting
and
at
admitted
UN
it.
with Black Hawk. Confirmed. Journalist admitted it.
They admitted it in front of us and our informants. Who made microphone, the dumbass
Were you
publicly
pointing guns at
revealed
them
to
at the time?
Nope, they attacked
They
me.
shot first. Black Paw
It was
shot
a
first, and the
Black Paw
journalist
confessed.
said it
No,
wasn't
when they
fucking
confessed,
shot.
when they confessed to having done this, you said. Were you pointing guns at
Nobody
them when
was
they
shot.
confessed?
No. We were patrolling our city, Novaya Petrovka, when we spotted a man. So we...
Guns were pointed after the...
Guns? Yes. Continue, Colonel.
Yes, combined with the fact that he freaking filmed
Put your gun
the
away, Colonel.
execution of an American soldier with the new Chandra's Republic.
Yeah, he can either put his gun away or he can go outside and watch. Yeah.
Wow.
He don't need to be up in Texas face with his gun out.
Look, like I said, we can all admit that it's gotten a little heated and a little bit adversarial, people laughing at what each other say, insulting one another. Let's all take a couple deep breaths.
Well, microphone is not a very reliable source of information.
Okay. Okay.
I do agree. Okay.
I have
He was
very
given
little
two
overall... What?
He was given two options in conversation.
So
He was allowed to continue, if he wanted to remain armed, he was allowed to, he would have to be personally escorted and watched by CDF and UN whilst conducting work. This is because he
So
is known to
you're
be in the
presuming
company
to have
of
some
enemy
control
forces.
over him and his journalistic abilities? and his freedom to have a gun, well, in the pursuit
We
of
wanted
those
to, we
journalistic-
could have arrested him on the spot or killed him. Did we? No.
Listen,
The man, his colleague confessed that they'd been carrying on to Blackpool. They first lied about it, and then were caught out in lie by the witness. And then they confessed to shooting at a UN member with a rifle. To
That
both
really
in the
hurt, you know.
company of Blackpool, and helping them in an ambush. We have independent witness who who was an informant for CDF and
Okay.
UN, but microphone with his
well,
stupid
if you guys
loud mouth
have a
publicly
if you guys have a
revealed.
weapons ban on Mike, then you know that's between you and Mike, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to enforce it for you, and I'm not going to report to you if I see him with a gun. I don't think anybody should be deprived of having a solid weapon to defend themselves in these day and age.
A solid weapon, yeah.
He is
So
enemy.
maybe he
He
is
is-
there. He said he
is
needs
enemy
a weapon to
combatant
kill
if he's
infected.
with-
But
He made his
doesn't
choice.
need an AK-47 to kill zombies. You could just use, I don't know, a Glock or a P1. Don't need an AK.
I agree.
Would you use a
If someone
P1?
tries to hold him up and
Yeah, I would.
Sure, he can have a gun, but
It's
he
not
So-
a bad weapon. It's a
Listen,
semi-automatic
if it-
9mm.
listen,
Did great
Listen,
service
do you
for
think
Germany.
do you think the scum out there that don't care what anybody's faction armbands look like or hats look like, do you think that they're going to respect his integrity as a member of the press and leave him
Yes.
alone?
Yes,
and
they
not,
do,
and not
because
force-
he freaking
Yes.
helps them in combat. No problem.
Yep. Well, Blackpool do anyway.
They're working
Blackpool have
together. That's the
Blackpaw,
freaking
but Blackpaw,
point. That is
Blackpaw
why he's been
isn't like the
disarmed.
kingpin of crime. They don't control everything that happens. So
Well,
the
they
idea
try
that listen, maybe they do, but that's
Whether
not
or
what we're
not they
talking about.
are is besides
We're talking
the point.
about
The point
the
is
idea
they attack
that
his
we're starting
allies.
to take weapons away from people. I don't think you have
If
the right. I
somebody
don't think
shoots
you
at
have the
you-
right.
If somebody shoots at you, do you take their weapon? Yes or no?
If you take it at the time, sure. Like I said, if you guys want to, every time you run into Mike, take his weapons from him and confiscate them, I guess that's going to be between you. But that's got nothing to do with me. And if
Do
he
you-
is in my company,
Everything all right over here?
my company for a duration, I'm not, I think that there's no reason he shouldn't have a gun. I want everyone in my company to be able to have a
Yes,
gun to defend
everything's all right.
everybody else. That's
So
good
you're
and
putting Blackpool spies in your company?
proper. I don't believe he's a Black Paw spy. I've had a lot of people who'd be accused of being a Black Paw spy. I've been
Well, he
accused
confessed
of
to
being a
us.
Black Paw spy. I've had 4 or 5 members of the UN be accused of being Black Paw spies. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The difference is he freaking confessed to being in their company and shooting at the United Nations. Or more specifically, his colleague, Cameron. And then microphone himself refused offer for peaceful resolution, for simply arming himself, and then he can continue to be neutral. Because if he is armed and in company of enemies, it's the reality. You're in enemy fighting line. You go for target effect and total
I agree.
war. If he's gonna be...
I agree. As a matter of fact, I've shot at Mike before because he was in the company of people that had started firing at us. I didn't think to myself, oh, that press vest gives him a shield from being involved in this. He got shot for his trouble. That's going to happen. And if he's willing to accept that, then I think that that's perfectly reasonable. Like I said, I mean, if you guys got crimes and you have proof, I'm not going to stand in the way of that sort of thing. But I'm also not going to try to enforce gun bans on him when I do see him. Again, he's never brought trouble to us that we can trace back,
It's a reality
and he's
from
never
my
been
perspective.
You
never
just said
been
he shot at
unkind.
you. You just said he shot
Well,
at you.
it was an incidental run-in. There was no malice behind it. We were able to put a stop to the gunfight before everybody got killed, and we were able to get people patched up. That's what I mean. That's why I know that there was no malice behind it, because we were able to get things calmed down quickly enough.
Is the way I see it. You know very clearly by now where we stand with microphone and
I know
what
where you
our
stand with
opinion is and
microphone.
what we view of him. So here's the reality. He's not going to come here. because if he
I'm
comes
sorry,
here...
did you just presume to tell me who was going to come into my territory, Marnie? Are you fucking serious right now?
I did.
Let him handle it, boys.
Oh, stupid. Does he really think trying to punch a soldier's a smart fucking idea? Jesus Christ. Get him up. He's not bleeding. He'll be fine.
He'll
He
get
needs medical
up.
support.
You knocked him out pretty fucking good. Jesus
I have
Christ.
experience from Afghanistan. You ever had a freaking crazy bitch charge at you with a freaking knife in hand? Holy shit.
That's nothing
Yeah,
I
make
seen.
it
think.
count.
I've seen
Okay.
women with baby and brand stick hand grenade under it. How are
Okay,
you
boys,
feeling? You all good?
let's just relax. Let's just relax.
Yeah. You're lucky that
You okay, P?
you're lucky
You
that
okay?
I'm not
You
at
need
my
a-
full strength.
you
That's
need
all
an
I
ice
can
pack?
say. No,
An ice
I'm
pack?
fine. Tell you what. Do me a favor, boys. Why don't you escort your friend out of my territory? He's not welcome here, and I hate for something bad to happen.
Well, you know where we stand with microphone, so you better not be here because you know what we will
I'm
do
not
in
talking to you
response.
anymore, Marnie. Sean, get this guy out of my territory. He's not welcome here. You are all welcome here. And I think that the most reasonable path is for the UN to escort the CDF out of Firekeeper territory. When we need to talk to the CDF more, we will come to some sort of arrangement. But as it stands right now, he's coming into my territory telling me how he thinks it's going to be. And that doesn't work
Okay,
for me.
Okay, oh yeah. Okay, Marnie, just
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel.
step outside. Just step outside.
Well, what's
have
the
some air.
problem? He knows where we stand.
I know. The tensions are getting extremely high here.
I
Okay.
think everything.
Fine. I just simply communicate where he stands. Yes,
I think
That's the problem.
everything that needs to be said has been said, and it's just turned into blabbering from here.
From the
I think
CDF
we are
perspective, I agree.
okay
So we know
to
where
go.
Firekeeper stands. And it's been
Well,
made
I mean,
clear.
it's a simple question. Does the CDF respect our territory and our rights in it? Yes or no?
Well, it's our country. A
It's
country
not
that
your
I
country.
fought blood.
You son of a bitch.
Protect for blood, sweat, and
You and your you supposed government
Jack?
ran away. You ran away
Jack?
and left all these people to bleed. You
Calm your
motherfucker.
shit
Don't
down
you
before
call
I
it
hook
your
you
Whoa,
country.
okay.
This is
Jesus
more my
Christ.
country than it's yours, motherfucker.
Outside,
Jack.
Lieutenant. Outside. Come
Shut
on.
up,
Back it up
America.
right now.
Jeez.
Get outside. Come on. Behave.
Enough from you, Marnie.
I think it's just salty that. I think it got salty that you knocked him out. So just okay.
Well, it's
go on.
likely.
Yeah, you punched out a
Junior
man with
Sergeant
cancer. Congratulations, Marnie. Takes a real swift hand.
Private, let's go.
It shouldn't really affect your physical strength, though.
Only swift hand we've got was the one that wrapped around the
Get
tail.
this man out of here. Now.
Hey, don't talk to him like that. Don't
Come
talk to
on,
him like that.
Junior Sergeant Vardine.
Alright, well,
Turn back to the car.
boys,
No
Matty, not too sure who you are, Tess. I guess,
Microphone
Get you
comes
another
back here, so will we.
Lieutenant, be quiet.
What's that, Marnie? Back
Jack?
here.
Jack?
I think he was fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Swear to God.
Maybe
Jack?
I think it's
I don't
about
know who
time
the
you
fuck
guys
you
start
are.
thinking about how,
You do not
how
talk to me
valuable
like
these CDF guys
Jack,
are.
back it up.
Tex. You tell this guy he
Bad
talks to me like shit
intel.
again. Swear to God.
I'm sorry.
This guy here, I'm a reasonable guy. You should know that. That if this guy carries on,
Sean,
he's gonna
just
get
drop it.
He's gonna get a
Just
bullet.
fucking drop it.
Don't listen. Let's all go back to your corners. We can stop all the posturing. Look, I'm a reasonable guy too. And
Yes,
I'm willing to treat people respectfully if they want to treat me respectfully, and I got nothing
Hey,
but wit
hey,
and attitude from him.
hey, why's your guy
And
aiming
if he
at
wants
us?
me to start
Tell your
treating them,
man down there to
Why,
lower
why
his
is he
fucking
aiming at us from that apartment? You know, last time that
Bro,
happened around y'all, we got
let's
shot.
let's chill. Look,
Tell him to lower
I'll be
his
in
gun
touch.
up there.
if he wanted to kill you, he'd kill
lowered.
you.
Oh, I know, it wouldn't be the first time.
Guys,
he would
back inside.
All right,
Nappy,
Nappy.
Sixton,
Fucking
Dappy, back
Ranger.
inside. Hey,
Ranger
hey,
over there.
hey. Are we gonna do this? Is this what we're doing now? We a bunch of fucking apes on a corner? We all fucking, we all hooting and hollering?
I saved his life
Come
the
on.
other day,
How old are we?
and this is how he treats me. What a fucking asshole.
Well, you know, like I said, you guys, I don't like the way that you're kind of standing up with CDF on this one.
Nappy, let's back off
Nothing
for a
but disrespect.
Fucking, who knows?
If you guys
He's
want
fucking
to come
aiming
to
at
us
us.
with a list of your wanted that you want information
I know.
on, or you want
That's
us to
what I
look
saw.
for something,
Sorry,
you know
Sean.
exactly
need
how
something
to
to-
do that.
What was
You know
said
exactly
on
how to
the,
do that.
shooting of Malcolm up there?
Well, we didn't get to
I'll
finish
have a
that.
stern, listen, I'll have a stern talking to with Nappy about being weapons free in areas that he
Okay.
doesn't know exactly, being more careful to get positive identification. And,
But are you shooting on site now, or what?
Well, that's
the
why we have to
question,
talk. Well, sometimes, if we believe that the
Go away, Nappy.
combatant,
Well, if you're talking about me, I'm gonna come
Nappy,
join.
we're
No.
going back.
I can
Nappy,
smell a ranger.
Nappy, go back inside.
I think I can too.
What was that? You
Over
smell
there,
a
I can
ranger?
smell- Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to talk about what I smell, Sean?
Here, Tech.
Shit, 'cause I just farted.
Tech. One more. I thought we were
Get
done
outta
with the
here.
conversation already.
Well, your commander will be here and all about this, boys. I appreciate the disrespect. I thought we were patching
Disrespect.
things up. But I guess not. We'll talk to the
Your man
commander.
over there
Thanks, boys.
shot at my recruit for nothing.
Yeah, you're
Nothing.
supposed to be telling us how to that when you're in the territory. You're conducting combat operations with people who have made threats, with people who have come in and disrespected our territory.
Okay.
You
Okay,
know?
Tex, right. We were in your territory having a meeting with the UTF.
Why
We
are you
extracted-
meeting with another group in my territory? Who told you could have a diplomatic meeting in my territory with somebody?
We did, because
Listen,
like
listen.
I told Marnie...
Listen.
Fucking
You
hell.
guys-
Let me finish the sentence. Let me finish.
Finish a sentence.
Let me fucking finish. We as the United Nations, do not take any orders except from Noodle and the Security Council. I told Marnie that. I'll tell you exactly the same. You are not my commander, and I will not take any fucking orders from you. Do you understand? I will roam free wherever the fuck I like.
Sean, this is my territory. This is Firekeeper territory. We fought and bled for it, and the UN has always honored it.
Yep.
The land that the
Yep.
UN is on right now used to belong to the Firekeepers, and we gave it to you so you could run your operations. This is history. You should learn it.
I believe the territory
So-
we own is actually from the bridge burners.
Yeah,
There we
it was
go.
part of
Part of
the Alliance of Three Fires
Yep.
at the time, and we had a vote on the matter as well as they did. The point remains, we're the only ones who seem to be getting this kind of disrespect from the UN on the matter.
Well, you're helping out Blackpool and Microphone. So
When?
I don't
When
think it was going to be...
No, okay, stop. Stop talking about Blackpaw. I want to hear what this accusation is. Or actually start talking about Blackpaw. Because if you say what Marnie just told us as if it was a factual event, I'm gonna pull some of this hair out. I'm starting to get kind of pissed off. I'm telling you for a fact there
Yeah.
was no Blackpaw in our company yesterday.
Well, you maybe should speak to your informant or your little buddy Microphone who told us this.
Yeah, he's the one telling us
He
you got
told you
Blackpaw
since
with
yesterday. He told you since yesterday that Blackpaw was with us.
Yes, he did.
you.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
I think that we need to take a step back because I think you were having an out-of-character conversation because Thomas Hansen was in our TeamSpeak channel with us,
No.
but never in
No,
game.
out
So
of character.
if
No,
Thomas-
this is in,
Okay.
This is all in character.
Well,
Okay.
I am okay. So Well, I guess I'll have to talk to Mike, because Mike's lying to you, because we never had any
Okay.
Black Paul with us yesterday.
Well, when you speak to Mike, tell him Lieutenant Colonel Sean is looking for him, along with the rest of the UN. Please do that.
Sure. Sure. When I see Mike, I'll pass that along for you.
You probably won't see him anymore because he knows that he's a wanted man for fabrifying false information to people.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you want to talk about who's spreading false information, Marnie. Marnie makes up the details as he comes along. He saw a guy with a boonie hat, and he made up every other detail to fit the scenario he wanted best. Oh, it was a boonie hat? Well, it was a green boonie hat for sure, because that was probably Thomas Hansen. Yeah, Thomas Hansen. He hangs out with the firekeepers. That's who it was. Definitely. Oh, yeah, and he had a black armband, so it must have been him. The guy is full of shit. I don't know where he gets his intel, and I hope you're not putting very much faith in it. And I say that as a friend. So, like I said, I don't want trouble with the UN, but all relationships are predicated on some matter of respect. You don't take orders from me in general, but when you're in this territory, my law is absolute. Same as when I'm in your territory, I imagine Noodles would be. And if Noodle told me it was time to leave, then it was time to leave. So that's what I'm saying. You don't take orders from me, but when you're in my territory, you will respect the rights that we have here. And if you're unwilling to do that, then why did we even bother to make up and become friends again? If this is some kind of show of force or some kind of way to try to assert yourselves over us, I'm telling you, fellas, the firekeepers don't respond well to that. Never have. We've started wars over it when we felt that people were trying to give us a show of force and try to make us toe their line. The only way that you will ever be friends with the firekeepers is by treating us as friends and equals. It's as simple as that. I know it sounds like an after-school special. I know it sounds like a fairy tale, but we're exactly that simple. Mutual respect.
Sorry, wrong place.
Alright.
Good luck, boys.
Well,
Be safe.
UN,
I mean that sincerely.
let's roll out.
That's all.
There's nothing more to discuss tonight. Got what you wanted out.
Go with God.
Careful around the Black Paw, boys.
Take back off.
Hey guys, you know I can hear you. Are you fishing? Are you hoping that you can rile us up a little bit? What are you, children? Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you get the fuck out of here and stop your trash talk? Why don't you get out of here and stop your trash talk?
You're not trash talking, alright?
I heard it, motherfucker. Yeah, oh, it stinks like a ranger spy. Oh, Black Paw spies. Oh, it talks like a ranger to me. Get the fuck out of here.
You smell like a fucking ranger.
Oh, Noodle will hear all about
Sean,
this.
let's fucking
Noodle will hear all about this and hear about how you guys are squandering the peace that he's fought with us.
Can't believe I'm about to say this, Tex, but I'm not afraid to beat a cancer patient.
Yeah.
The greater good of the fucking group.
Just walk, just keep going. We're gone.
Yep. Come on, guys.
Make sure you think cool on. And I wouldn't hit you. For the love of God, man. The last thing I want is a fucking bloodbath happening when it's only how many of us tonight? As of right now.
They don't have the stones. They're all just
They don't have
pounding
the
their
stones, but they have the numbers.
chests. They don't have the
As of
stones.
right
They're
now.
pounding their chests. That's it. I called them out on it. They're walking around. They're trying to puff up their chests for us and show us how much they mean business. That's all that is. But we don't respond well to that. We never have.